Good morning, everyone. Am I audible? Am I audible, children? Good morning, everyone. Any thumbs up? Am I audible? Can you hear me? Great. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, good morning, everyone. I hope everybody is fit and fine and you all are really taking good care of yourself. And I'm sure you're washing your hands regularly, right? Lovely. Children, today I'm here to narrate a story about Lord Ganesha. You know, children, Lord Ganesha is perhaps the most popular and favorite deity in Hindu mythology. His idols are omnipresent in nearly every corner of the country, isn't it? We celebrated Ganesh Chaturthi, Ganesha's birthday, last Saturday, right? Yes. And today's story, children, is about his birth, about Lord Ganesha's birth. How was Lord Ganesha born? And believe me, children, you'll be awestruck after hearing it. So let's begin. We all know, children, that Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati stay in Mount Kailash. But you know, children, most of the time, Lord Shiva would be out fulfilling other responsibilities of his devotees. One day, as Lord Shiva was out, Mata Parvati wished to make a statue of a child with turmeric. You know what turmeric is, children? What is turmeric? That's right, it's a spice. So Mata Parvati decided to make a statue of a child with turmeric. And after she made the statue, she breathed life into the statue. She called her Ganesha. Ganesha was very, very sweet. He was loyal and an obedient child to Mata Parvati. One day, Mata Parvati asked Ganesha to guard the house while she went to take a bath. Meanwhile, Lord Shiva returned and proceeded to enter the house. But this time he was stopped by Ganesha. And Ganesha refused to move aside. Who are you? I will not allow you to enter. Mata Parvati has asked me to guard the house. Mahadev tried to persuade him a lot. He did not know who the unknown child was. And he asked his force to destroy the child. He sent Nandi the bull first, and then the rest of the force attacked. But Ganesha had the powers bestowed on him by Mata Parvati, and he defeated Shiva's army. But what happened after that? Lord Shiva, as we all know, is known for his extreme fury. Tandav. Lord Shiva started Tandav. He lost control on his temper and ended up beheading Ganesha. When Mata Parvati saw the dead body of her creation, her fury, her anger knew no bounds. She lashed out at Shiva and threatened to destroy the entire universe. She also said Ganesha should be brought back to life and to be worshipped as the primary god. Shiva realized his mistake and apologized to Mata Parvati. He advised his troops to go to the forest and get the head of the first animal they spot. The troops saw a baby elephant sleeping, and the troops brought his head. This was then placed over the body of Ganesha. Then Lord Shiva brought him back to life and also accepted him as his own son. So this is how, children, Ganesha was born, as we know now. And today, he is worshipped everywhere. Do you love Lord Ganesha, children? Yes? Do you love Lord Ganesha? He's there with us every time. That's right. Yes. Yes. Well, you know, children, as much as this story talks about the birth of Ganesha, it teaches us a very, very important lesson, children. It teaches us how anger can cause harm to our near and dear ones, isn't it? Lord Shiva didn't know. He got angry, he got furious, and he beheaded Ganesha. So anger can cause harm to our near and dear ones, children. And it is really, really very important and necessary to rectify our mistakes as soon as we realize. So children, whenever you realize that you have done any mistake, learn to admit, learn to rectify, I'm sure you all have liked the story. Can I get a thumbs up? You have liked the story? Well, thank you. Yes, the story is lovely. And I enjoyed my time. Now, let us pray to Lord Ganesha. Let us all pray to Lord Ganesha for wisdom, knowledge, and happiness. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva, Mata Jaki Parvati, Pita Mahadeva. Today is also a very special day for Swarnim family children. It's the birthday of our resident director, Swati Saravgi ma'am. So on behalf of the entire Swarnim family, ma'am, I wish you a very, very happy birthday. May life's brightest joy illuminate your life forever, ma'am. Please keep inspiring us and guiding us like you have always done. Wishing you a very happy birthday once again, ma'am. And thank you, everyone. Thank you, children, for joining here. Thank you very much, all of you.